Amazing job. We all know that the greatest accomplishments don't happen overnight, but they do begin with the courage to take the first step. Today, I want to talk to you about the incredible power of starting now and how that decision can allow you to shine forever. The hardest part isn't knowing what to do, it's having the courage to begin. It's easy to wait for the perfect time, the perfect idea, or the perfect circumstances. But the truth is, perfection is not required to start. Action is. When you take that first step, no matter how small, you begin the journey. And that journey is where the real magic happens. In fact, the process of growth, learning, and adapting is far more important than the destination. It's through the challenges, the setbacks, and the moments of doubt that you will truly find your strength. And it's through this journey that you'll develop the resilience and clarity you need to shine for years to come. But to make that journey meaningful, you need a strong sense of purpose. Purpose is what drives us, even on the days when motivation fades. When you start with a clear why, everything else falls into place. It gives you a reason to keep going when the road gets tough and helps you stay true to your vision, even when the world tries to distract you. The concept of starting small is one of the most powerful ideas in achieving lasting success. Many people are held back by the belief that they must have everything perfectly aligned before they take their first step toward their goals. They wait for the right conditions, the perfect idea, or the optimal time. But in reality, the greatest successes are often built on the foundation of small, imperfect beginnings. The key to success is not about waiting for perfection, but taking action, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Starting small is important because it allows you to build momentum. When you take that first step, you might not have a full picture of what the journey will look like, but you're moving forward. Progress doesn't require grand gestures or large leaps. It's about making small, deliberate actions that compound over time. Each step you take, no matter how small, is progress. And over time, these seemingly minor actions accumulate into something far more significant. Think about how most of the world's greatest inventions and successes began. They didn't emerge as fully formed ideas or polished projects. Often they started as small experiments or initial thoughts. Bill Gates didn't start Microsoft by creating the massive global tech empire we know today. He started with a vision, a small group of people, and the willingness to take the first steps to create something new. What's important here is that the journey started, and through persistence, growth, and learning along the way, it became something larger than anyone could have imagined at the outset. The pressure to do everything perfectly can often paralyze us. We might think we need the perfect strategy, the perfect product, or the perfect team, but perfection is often the enemy of progress. When you wait for everything to be right, you end up stalling and never taking action. It's easy to get caught in analysis paralysis, where you overthink every detail and end up doing nothing at all. By starting small, you eliminate this fear of failure and perfection. It allows you to begin without needing everything to be perfect, which is essential for overcoming the inertia that often holds us back. Another key benefit of starting small is that it gives you room to learn. By beginning with smaller, manageable tasks or projects, you create a feedback loop that allows you to improve along the way. You're not committing to a massive risk up front. Instead, you're testing and adapting. This iterative process of learning and adapting is vital because it allows you to make mistakes in a controlled environment where the consequences are not overwhelming. You gain experience, make improvements, and refine your strategy as you go, ultimately positioning yourself for greater success as the project grows. Starting small also reduces the emotional weight of your decisions. The fear of failure can be paralyzing, especially when you feel that everything is on the line. But by breaking down the challenge into smaller, more manageable pieces, you make the journey less daunting. Each small victory, no matter how insignificant it might seem, boosts your confidence and propels you to keep moving forward. The most important lesson here is that progress is born of action. Starting small doesn't mean you're not aiming big. In fact, the bigger goal remains, but it's achieved by breaking it down into smaller, achievable steps. Over time, these small efforts build on each other, and what seemed impossible at first becomes a tangible reality. The journey of 1,000 miles truly begins with a single step. So instead of waiting for the perfect moment, take action today, no matter how small, and let that momentum carry you forward toward your larger dreams. Focusing on the journey rather than the destination is a crucial perspective that helps sustain long-term success and fulfillment. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that happiness and achievement are linked solely to reaching a specific goal. But true growth comes from the experience and lessons learned along the way. When we focus too heavily on the outcome, we risk missing the valuable insights, personal growth, and joy that come from the process itself. Success is not a singular moment in time. It's a collection of moments that build upon each other. If we only focus on the end result, we may overlook the small victories, setbacks, and learning opportunities that shape our progress. For example, a person might set a goal to run a marathon. If they fixate only on the finish line, they might miss the joy of training, the improvement in stamina, and the strength they build both physically and mentally along the way. That satisfaction and growth don't come only from crossing the finish line, but from everything that happens leading up to that point. We become more attuned to the incremental improvements we're making. This is important because growth isn't always immediately visible. Success can be slow and steady, requiring patience and perseverance. If you only judge your progress by how close you are to the final goal, it can be easy to feel disheartened if the desired result doesn't come quickly. But when you focus on the journey, you're more likely to recognize the value in small steps and appreciate the growth that is happening day by day. This shift in perspective also helps us develop a sense of resilience. Life is full of challenges, and setbacks are inevitable. If we're only fixated on the destination, these challenges can feel like insurmountable obstacles. But when we embrace the journey, we recognize that setbacks are just a natural part of the process. They are opportunities for growth, lessons that will eventually help us reach our destination with even greater strength and clarity. It's in these moments of struggle that we discover our true capabilities, often surpassing what we thought was possible. Focusing on the journey encourages a mindset of continuous learning. If we treat every step as an opportunity to learn something new, we grow not just in achieving our goals, but in becoming better, more capable individuals. We develop skills, knowledge, and perspectives that we wouldn't have gained by merely rushing to the end. This mindset transforms challenges from being something to avoid into something to embrace. By embracing the journey, we also reduce the pressure we place on ourselves. When we set a goal, it's natural to want to achieve it as quickly as possible. But when we focus on the steps, not the finish line, we take off the weight of expectation. We can work at our own pace, adjust our course when needed, and give ourselves permission to enjoy the process without the constant stress of needing to be somewhere else. This perspective allows us to appreciate the journey for what it is, a transformative process. The destination may provide a sense of accomplishment, but the journey shapes who we become along the way. It's through embracing every moment, every challenge, and every success that we truly learn what it means to shine. Having a clear sense of purpose is one of the most powerful driving forces behind long-lasting success and fulfillment. When you begin any endeavor, whether personal or professional, the clarity of your purpose guides you through the ups and downs, helps you stay focused in times of doubt, and ensures that your efforts are aligned with something meaningful. Without purpose, success can feel hollow, and the journey may lack direction. But when you start with a strong, clear why, everything you do takes on deeper significance, and your path becomes one of greater impact and satisfaction. A sense of purpose provides the motivation to push through difficult times. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable in any pursuit, and without a solid reason for why you're doing what you're doing, it's easy to become disheartened. When you are clear about your purpose, however, it becomes the anchor that keeps you grounded. It's what reminds you that the struggles you face are part of a bigger picture, and that each obstacle is an opportunity to learn and grow. Purpose acts as a compass, helping you stay on course even when the road is tough. It shifts your focus from the pain of the moment to the bigger impact you are working toward. Purpose gives meaning to your actions. It's easy to get caught in the daily grind, going through the motions without truly understanding the significance of what you're doing. But when you have a clear purpose, each task, no matter how small, becomes important. Whether it's answering an email, working on a project, or speaking with a colleague, each step is aligned with your deeper goal. This sense of meaning brings greater satisfaction to your work, making even the most routine or mundane tasks feel more rewarding. When you see how each action contributes to the greater purpose, you feel more connected to what you're doing and more motivated to continue. Purpose also helps you stay resilient in the face of uncertainty. In any long-term endeavor, there will be moments of doubt, confusion, or even fear. When you're uncertain about the next step or how things will turn out, purpose provides clarity. It reminds you of the reasons you started in the first place, and it refocuses your energy on the end goal. When you are guided by purpose, decisions become easier to make. You know what aligns with your values and what moves you closer to your vision. This allows you to navigate through ambiguity with a sense of confidence and commitment. Having a sense of purpose helps to create a sense of fulfillment. Many people achieve success in traditional terms, wealth, status, or recognition, but still feel unfulfilled. This happens when their actions are not aligned with their deeper values or purpose. Purpose ensures that the work you do is not just about external validation, but about living in accordance with what truly matters to you. It connects you to a larger meaning, whether that's making a positive impact on others, contributing to a cause you care about, or pursuing something that reflects your values. With purpose, your success is not measured by conventional standards, but by the fulfillment and growth you experience along the way. Purpose has the power to inspire and influence others. When you are driven by a clear sense of purpose, that energy is contagious. People are drawn to those who are passionate and authentic in their pursuit of something greater than themselves. A strong purpose can rally others around you, forming a community of like-minded individuals who share your vision and values. Together, you can create a ripple effect, amplifying the impact of your work. Having a clear sense of purpose is what transforms ordinary efforts into extraordinary achievements. It's what allows you to stay focused, motivated, and resilient, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. When you know your why, every challenge becomes an opportunity, every small victory becomes a step forward, and your journey becomes one of lasting significance. Purpose turns the act of starting into something far more meaningful. It shapes not just the end result, but who you become along the way. Embracing failure as a learning opportunity is one of the most important mindsets you can adopt on your journey towards success. It's common to fear failure, often seeing it as a negative or something to be avoided at all costs. However, failure is not an endpoint. It is an integral part of the process of growth. By changing our perspective on failure and viewing it as a stepping stone rather than a setback, we unlock the potential to learn, adapt, and ultimately achieve greater success. The first reason failure is so valuable is that it provides us with real-world feedback. Success often comes with trial and error, and through these trials, we discover what works and what doesn't. Failure reveals areas where we may be falling short or where we need to improve. This kind of feedback is essential because it teaches us how to approach challenges differently. For example, when an entrepreneur faces a failed product launch, it's an opportunity to reflect on the aspects that went wrong, whether it's the marketing strategy, the product design, or even customer feedback, and adjust accordingly. But without failure, this important feedback loop wouldn't exist, and we would continue down the same flawed path. Failure also teaches resilience and adaptability. If every attempt you made resulted in instant success, there would be little opportunity for growth. The process of dealing with failure is what builds the strength and flexibility to handle future challenges. It's in the face of adversity that we learn to adapt, to bounce back stronger, and to keep moving forward even when things don't go according to plan. This resilience is crucial for long-term success because the road to achieving great things is rarely linear. There will always be unexpected hurdles, and how we respond to those obstacles will determine whether we ultimately succeed. Failure helps to build a growth mindset, a belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed over time through effort and learning. People with a growth mindset view failure not as a reflection of their inherent capabilities, but as an opportunity to develop new skills and knowledge. They understand that every failure is simply another step toward mastery, rather than a permanent limitation. For example, a student who struggles with a difficult subject can choose to see that struggle as an opportunity to learn more deeply, seek out resources for improvement, and develop greater understanding over time. Failure is often a catalyst for innovation. Some of the world's most significant innovations came about because individuals or teams faced failure and were forced to rethink their approach. Thomas Edison's famous quote, "I have not failed, I've just found 1,000,000 ways that won't work," highlights this truth. Each failure brought him closer to a solution. When we allow ourselves to fail, we open ourselves up to creativity and experimentation, and we find new ways to solve problems. Innovation often emerges from the freedom to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. On a deeper level, failure can teach us humility. In a world that often emphasizes success and perfection, failure reminds us that we are all fallible and that no one achieves greatness without experiencing setbacks along the way. Embracing this humility allows us to approach life with a sense of openness and self-awareness, and it fosters empathy for others who are also struggling. We learn that failure is a common human experience, and it encourages us to support others who are going through their own challenges. The power of failure lies in its potential to teach us. When we embrace failure as a valuable teacher, it transforms from something to fear into an opportunity for growth. Every failure becomes a lesson, every setback a chance to refine our approach, and every challenge a doorway to new opportunities. The more we fail and learn from those failures, the more we build the skills, knowledge, and resilience that will drive our success. So instead of avoiding failure, we should embrace it, knowing that it is an essential part of the journey toward becoming our best selves and achieving lasting success. Consistency is one of the most powerful factors in achieving long-term success, as it is the steady and persistent efforts over time that lead to significant results. Many people are tempted by quick fixes or the idea that they can achieve greatness with a single burst of effort. While bursts of inspiration can be motivating, it's the consistent day in and day out actions that ultimately build lasting success. Consistency allows us to overcome obstacles, develop expertise, and create a foundation for future growth. One of the main reasons consistency is so important is that it helps us build momentum. Success doesn't usually come from one major event, but from the accumulation of small, consistent actions. Every time we take a step toward our goal, no matter how small, we create a bit more momentum. This momentum makes it easier to continue, even when motivation wanes or the journey becomes difficult. For example, someone who wants to get in shape doesn't transform overnight by exercising once. Instead, it's the consistent daily efforts, working out regularly, eating well, getting enough sleep, that compound over time, leading to real and lasting change. Momentum keeps us moving forward, helping us stick to our commitments even when challenges arise. Consistency also helps to solidify habits, and it is through habits that long-term success is achieved. When we consistently engage in the right actions, those actions eventually become automatic. Rather than relying on bursts of motivation or willpower, we develop routines that serve us in the long run. For instance, writing a little bit every day, even when the work feels tedious or difficult, helps develop a writing habit that eventually leads to progress in a book or project. When actions become habitual, they no longer require as much mental effort or decision-making, which frees up cognitive energy for higher-level tasks. This makes it easier to stay on course and continue making progress toward our goals. Consistency allows us to measure progress more effectively. When we work consistently toward a goal, we can track small wins and identify areas where we need to improve. This feedback loop is vital for continuous growth. For example, a person working to develop a new skill, such as learning a language or mastering a musical instrument, will likely face plateaus at times. However, consistent practice helps to build a sense of progress, and over time, the improvements become more noticeable. When we commit to regular action, even on days when progress feels slow, we are still building a foundation of improvement that will eventually lead to mastery. Consistency also helps us to remain focused. It's easy to get distracted by new opportunities or shiny objects that seem more exciting in the moment, but consistency helps us stay committed to our long-term vision. Instead of chasing after every new trend or project, we learn to focus our energy on the actions that align with our goals. This commitment to our larger purpose keeps us grounded and prevents us from scattering our energy in too many different directions. The act of showing up regularly and putting in the work, even on days when the results aren't immediately visible, reinforces our commitment to the process, helping us stay disciplined and focused on what truly matters. Consistency helps to build trust with others. In both personal and professional relationships, people value reliability. When you consistently show up, deliver on your promises, and put in the effort, others begin to trust you more. This trust can open doors to greater opportunities, collaborations, and support, all of which contribute to your long-term success. Whether you're a leader, a colleague, or a friend, consistency fosters an environment where others feel confident in your ability to follow through and contribute meaningfully. Consistency cultivates patience and resilience. Often, success takes longer than we expect, and there are no immediate rewards for the hard work we put in. But by committing to consistent effort, we learn to embrace the journey without expecting instant results. This patience and perseverance become invaluable as we move forward, especially when faced with difficult times or obstacles. Consistency teaches us to trust in the process and stay committed, knowing that the results will come in time. Consistency is the key to building momentum, developing habits, and achieving long-term success. It enables us to make steady progress, remain focused on our goals, and develop resilience. By committing to consistent effort, we increase our chances of success and create a foundation for future growth. Whether we're working toward a personal goal, a professional achievement, or a new skill, consistency is what will carry us through and allow us to shine over time. Patience is a crucial quality for anyone striving for long-term success. In an era where instant gratification is often just a click away, it's easy to overlook the power of patience and the role it plays in achieving meaningful and lasting results. While it can be tempting to seek quick rewards or immediate outcomes, the reality is that the most significant achievements often require time, persistence, and the ability to wait for the right moment. Luckily, patience allows us to stay the course even when things don't happen as quickly as we'd like. And it is through this sustained effort that we can reach our fullest potential. One of the primary reasons patience is so vital is because it gives us the perspective to see beyond the immediate obstacles and setbacks. In any journey toward success, there are going to be challenges and moments when progress seems slow or non-existent. During these times, it's easy to become discouraged and to question whether all the effort is worth it. However, patience helps us to zoom out and understand that results often take time. Instead of getting bogged down in frustration or impatience, we can see challenges as temporary and part of the natural process of growth. Success is rarely immediate, and being patient helps us endure the inevitable ups and downs without losing hope. Patience also helps us to develop discipline. In many cases, success is not about achieving one big breakthrough, but about making consistent, deliberate actions over time. For example, a person who wants to lose weight or build muscle will not see significant changes overnight. But with patience, they can stay committed to their routines, working out regularly, eating healthily, and resting, and trust that these actions will lead to results over time. This consistent effort, coupled with the patience to allow it to work, eventually leads to transformation. In this way, patience teaches us the value of persistence and the power of incremental progress. Patience encourages us to focus on long-term growth rather than immediate success. It's easy to become distracted by the desire for quick wins or short-term rewards. However, when we approach our goals with patience, we are more likely to focus on sustainable, meaningful growth. The process of mastering any skill, whether it's learning an instrument, becoming an expert in a field, or building a business, takes time. Patience allows us to embrace that process without cutting corners or seeking shortcuts that might compromise the quality of our work. It helps us to value the journey itself rather than just the destination. Patience allows us to better manage our expectations. In a world that promotes fast results, it's easy to feel like we should be achieving success quickly. But the reality is that many great achievements take years or even decades to unfold. Patience teaches us to set realistic expectations and to understand that progress isn't always linear. We might face periods of stagnation or even failure, but patience helps us to keep going, knowing that those moments are part of the larger picture. It helps us to trust the process and continue moving forward, even when the finish line seems far off. Patience is also a powerful tool for managing stress and avoiding burnout. When we try to rush results, we put immense pressure on ourselves, which can lead to feelings of anxiety and overwhelm. The constant push for quick results can drain our energy and diminish our enthusiasm for our goals. Patience, however, allows us to take a more balanced and measured approach. By recognizing that success takes time, we give ourselves permission to slow down and focus on the present moment. This reduces stress and allows us to maintain a healthier, more sustainable pace toward our goals. Patience can foster deeper connections with others. In a world that often prioritizes speed and efficiency, relationships can sometimes feel rushed or transactional. However, when we practice patience in our interactions, we are more likely to build trust, understanding, and long-lasting connections. Whether in personal or professional relationships, being patient with others allows us to listen more attentively, empathize with their struggles, and work together toward shared goals. This patience strengthens bonds and creates a sense of mutual respect that benefits everyone involved. Patience is about understanding that great things take time and that the process itself is as important as the end result. It teaches us to stay committed, trust in the journey, and embrace the challenges along the way. By practicing patience, we cultivate the resilience, discipline, and focus necessary for long-term success. It's through patience that we learn to appreciate the small wins, understand the value of persistence, and become the best versions of ourselves. Patience isn't just a passive waiting game, it's an active choice to stay present, consistent, and determined, no matter how long it takes to reach our goals. Taking risks is an essential element in the pursuit of greatness and success. While it is natural to seek comfort and security, staying in our comfort zones can often limit growth and opportunity. Growth and innovation are born from taking calculated risks and stepping into the unknown. By embracing risk, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, challenges, and experiences that can propel us toward achieving our goals. However, it's important to recognize that risk-taking isn't about recklessness. It's about making informed decisions and being willing to step outside of familiar territory in order to achieve something greater. One of the key reasons taking risks is so important is that it pushes us beyond our limits. When we take risks, we challenge ourselves to break free from old patterns and comfort zones. This is often where the most significant growth happens. If we only do what we already know we're good at, we may find success, but it will likely be limited. On the other hand, when we take risks and attempt things we've never done before, we have the opportunity to learn, develop new skills, and gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Every time we step into the unknown, we grow, and each risk we take builds our capacity for handling greater challenges in the future. Taking risks also opens the door to new opportunities. If we constantly play it safe, we may miss out on potential breakthroughs or experiences that could lead to greater success. Opportunities often lie just beyond the edge of our comfort zones. For example, a person who is hesitant to start a new business might never discover the market niche they're perfectly suited for. But by taking the risk and putting their ideas into action, they might create something entirely new and successful. In this sense, risk-taking is a necessary part of creating opportunities that wouldn't exist otherwise. It requires the courage to leap, even when the outcome is uncertain. Taking risks allows us to gain valuable experience. Even if a risk doesn't lead to the desired outcome, the lessons learned are often invaluable. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey. When we take risks, we expose ourselves to potential setbacks. But these setbacks provide us with critical insights that can shape our future decisions. Every time we take a risk, we gain experience that we can apply to future situations. This experience builds resilience and teaches us how to navigate challenges more effectively. Over time, we develop a stronger sense of judgment, allowing us to take even smarter risks in the future. Risk-taking also fosters innovation and creativity. Innovation is often about looking at things from a new perspective and being willing to challenge the status quo. The greatest inventions, discoveries, and achievements have come from people who dared to think differently, take chances, and experiment. By taking risks, we give ourselves the freedom to explore uncharted territory and develop new ideas. Without risk, there is little room for creative breakthroughs. Risk-taking encourages us to approach problems in innovative ways and find solutions that might not have been apparent from a safer vantage point. Taking risks can build confidence. Each time we step outside our comfort zone and face the unknown, we prove to ourselves that we are capable of handling uncertainty. Successfully navigating risks, even small ones, boosts our self-esteem and reinforces our belief in our ability to tackle challenges. This confidence becomes a valuable asset as we continue to pursue greater goals. It empowers us to keep pushing forward even when the risks seem larger or more daunting. The more we take risks, the more we reinforce our own capabilities and learn to trust our instincts. Risk-taking can enhance our ability to adapt. Life is unpredictable, and challenges can arise at any moment. When we regularly take risks, we build the flexibility and adaptability to handle whatever comes our way. We become accustomed to uncertainty, which makes it easier to adjust to changing circumstances and seize new opportunities when they arise. In an ever-changing world, adaptability is a key trait of successful individuals and organizations. Risk-taker helps us develop this trait and become more agile in our decision-making. Risk-taking allows us to break through barriers of fear and doubt. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, and fear of judgment can all paralyze us, preventing us from taking the necessary steps to achieve our dreams. However, by taking risks, we learn that fear does not have to control us. We realize that failure is not fatal, that we can handle adversity, and that taking risks is a necessary part of achieving success. The more we push through fear and take action, the less power those fears have over us. Risk-taking, in this sense, becomes a tool for overcoming self-imposed limitations and realizing our true potential. Taking risks is a powerful catalyst for growth, opportunity, and success. It challenges us to step outside of our comfort zones, opens doors to new experiences, and teaches us valuable lessons that shape our future decisions. Risk-taking fosters innovation, builds confidence, and enhances our ability to adapt to changing circumstances. it also empowers us to break through fears and limitations that hold us back. By embracing calculated risks, we not only increase our chances of success, but also grow into more resilient, creative, and confident individuals. Believing in yourself is one of the most fundamental keys to success. Yet it is also one of the most challenging aspects to cultivate. Self-belief acts as the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without it, the journey toward achieving your goals becomes much more difficult, as doubt and insecurity can easily overshadow your ability to take the necessary steps to succeed. When you truly believe in yourself, you develop the confidence to tackle challenges, push through obstacles, and keep moving forward, even when the path ahead is uncertain. One of the main reasons self-belief is so important is that it fuels motivation. When you have a strong belief in your abilities, it drives you to take action. Self-belief empowers you to put in the work, take risks, and make decisions that align with your goals. It gives you the confidence to move beyond the fear of failure, knowing that setbacks are not permanent roadblocks, but opportunities for growth. Without belief in yourself, it's easy to become paralyzed by doubt, and that inaction only strengthens the cycle of fear and uncertainty. However, when you trust in your potential, you gain the courage to take risks and pursue your dreams with determination. Self-belief also allows you to stay resilient in the face of challenges. Every path to success is filled with obstacles, failures, and moments of doubt. If you don't believe in yourself, it's easy to succumb to discouragement when things don't go as planned. But with a strong sense of self-belief, you develop the resilience to bounce back from setbacks and keep going. And you're right, belief in your abilities gives you the mental fortitude to weather difficult times and continue pushing forward, even when the journey gets tough. This resilience is critical, as it is often the key factor that separates those who ultimately succeed from those who give up prematurely. Believing in yourself enables you to trust your decisions and instincts. In any pursuit, you will encounter a variety of choices and paths. Self-doubt can make it difficult to decide which direction to take, leading to indecision and hesitation. However, when you trust in your own judgment and capabilities, you make decisions more confidently, knowing that even if mistakes are made, they will provide valuable learning experiences. This sense of self-trust is empowering, as it allows you to act decisively and move forward with purpose, even when the outcome is uncertain. The confidence that comes with self-belief helps you embrace challenges rather than shy away from them. Self-belief is contagious. When you believe in yourself, others are more likely to believe in you as well. People are drawn to individuals who exude confidence and a sense of certainty, and this can open up opportunities for collaboration, mentorship, and support. Belief in yourself fosters trust and admiration in those around you, creating a positive feedback loop that further strengthens your own belief. As you take on challenges and demonstrate your capabilities, you inspire others to believe in their own potential. This communal belief creates an environment where everyone feels empowered to grow and succeed together.